nuevo episodio de Mirá a quién encontré. Esta vez la nostalgia queda corrida de lado porque vamos a hablar de una película de finales del 2018 que en el 2019 se quedó con una estatuilla a Mejor Película Animada. Estamos hablando de Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. No quería dejar correr el tiempo, no quería que esta entrevista quede vieja porque hablé con una de las personas, una de las cabezas creativas que estuvo dentro de este proyecto que, como decíamos, se quedó con la estatuilla a Mejor Película Animada a principios de este 2019. Pero bueno, que lo cuente todo él. Fíjate, mirá quién encontré.
And the Oscar goes to... Maybe you were right. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
On behalf of everyone that made this movie, we want to thank our families who stayed with us for 4 years on this. This is for you. We love you all.
There's going to be more Spider-Verse movies and more movies about, another movie about Miles Morales.
Remember, what makes you different
Let's go!
is what makes you Spider-Man.
Officer, I love you.
Wait, what?
Were there any times that you thought that, okay, this is too risky, this is not going to work because of the way of its unique animation?
Well, yeah, there was definitely, long periods of anxiety that it wouldn't work, or to sort of make the movie as it turned out, required, a lot of new tools and a lot of the new kind of thinking. There was just a lot of anxiety about it, but no one ever questioned whether, no one ever questioned that, that we weren't, the approach. The approach was the reason why we all signed on. It definitely made me feel more confident about taking certain kinds of risks in the work that I do.
Yeah.
In the end, it felt like, like people, it really felt like audiences or people that I met, were appreciated the risks that we took and supported that, and that makes me a little less frightened of the risks. More eager to keep making things that that push boundaries or try new things, or and also I think maybe hopefully on a business level, it gives the people who pay for these things more confidence in me and the team I work with, ability to take risks and deliver something that audiences like. The initial, inspiration, like I said, came from, Brian Michael Bendis, who created the character, and, Phil Lord and Chris Miller and Alberto Mielgo and Justin Thompson and Bob Persichetti. But I would say that, as the movie evolved, there was a team of us that, all essentially collaborated to figure out, what seemed to work best. And that, that was just a painstaking process, step-by-step process of just trying new things and seeing what seemed to be working or seemed most, intriguing, and, throwing away the stuff that, wasn't working. And it was a painstaking process that took years and required ultimately many hundreds of people.
Usually takes like maybe 1 week to animate 4 seconds, and for you it was 1 week for only 1 second. So, and I think 1 year for 10 seconds of the movie.
That was sort of what we had to contend with. It was a lot more time consuming and labor intensive to animate and make the movie. I will say that our animators got faster than that ultimately, but through experience and by necessity, but not much faster.
I'm from another dimension.
How many more spider people are there?
Hey, fellas.
Hello.
This could literally not get any weirder. It can get weirder.
Each character was from a different universe, and we wanted to represent them in a different way visually, and that required a different set of rules and to render and bring to life all every single character.
Yeah.
Which made it really fun for our for the technicians whose job it was to actually figure out how to make the movie.
Yeah, and
but everyone really enjoyed the challenge, and now wants to kind of keep going. I would say everything ultimately came back to Miles Morales. So a lot of those decisions were based on characters we thought would contrast well with Miles, and or offer an interesting point of view, or way of answering the questions that Miles was faced with. That's really what drove those decisions, and then I think there was an element to the decisions, where it was just who would look really cool in shots together. We sort of considered, all kinds of characters, and there's lots of great characters that we weren't able to fit in. So, everyone's hoping that, that when we get to make more of these, we'll get to, explore some of those other characters and ideas. Our shared goal was to try to express Miles' story, cinematically. To express Miles' character and his story and his conflicts cinematically, and street art and that kind of expression is a big part of New York and its history, and we felt that it was part of what Miles would have seen and experienced every day. So I think we also saw visual parallels between that kind of art and some of the comic book art that had been done for Spider-Man comics, particularly some of the more some of the artists who did more abstract and colorful work for that comic. Whether it be Jack Kirby or Bill Sienkiewicz or people like that.
Whoa. What the?
I'm Spider-Man. I need you to come with me.
Who the heck are you?
I just told you that. Listen. I'm from the future.
How dare you point at me?
You were pointing first.
Rude to point.
I mean, we were looking for a way to put that in the movie for years. But it was Phil Lord who identified that epilogue as the place for us to do that.
Hasta ahí entonces la palabra de Rodney Rothman, uno de los guionistas y directores de esta película que va a marcar un antes y un después dentro del mundo de la animación, que como ya sabemos va a tener por lo menos alguna secuela y por lo menos algún spin-off que están preparando los productores. No se sabe mucho todavía, lo tienen todo bastante guardadito, pero quería mostrarles un poco cómo había sido la cocina de este proyecto, con todo obviamente por uno de sus referentes. Espero que les haya gustado, me encantaría leer aquí abajo en los comentarios qué les pareció esta entrevista. Por lo pronto, nosotros nos vemos la semana que viene.
I talked to a lot of people that we knew, or didn't, even people we didn't know, artists and authors and different, filmmakers that we admired, and we would ask them what they would make in an alternate universe, what book they would write in an alternate universe. So, Seth Rogen and Edgar Wright and lots of people we really look up to kind of gave us ideas. I like all of them. They're all Dave Eggers, another one. And hopefully that's something in future movies we'll keep doing and keep expanding. That stuff. Because it's just a really fun way to work with people we look up to.